So has Beyonce secretly been under Jay-Z's control this entire time? Jay-Z recently got exposed for controlling Beyonce with drugs, and the internet almost lost its ever-loving mind, and this is just crazy. But it looks like things just took an even crazier turn because Beyonce's dad Matthew just exposed the real truth behind Jay-Z's control, and you guys are not gonna believe how insane things are about to get. Now, Beyonce might be the queen of the beehive, but it looks like she just might not be the queen of the castle because according to reports, she has been under Jay-Z's control the entire time. People have always spoken about how weird their relationship is because, well, a lot of things just don't seem to add up about their marriage. But we're only getting to know exactly how weird it is because Jay-Z got exposed by not one, but two people. But the interesting thing about this situation is the fact that the two people who exposed Jay-Z had very similar things to say about him, even though neither of them had ever met the other. One of the first people who exposed him was Beyonce's former bodyguard, who claimed that they were in a contract relationship and were not in love.
Your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there.
Now, this didn't have a lot of shock value because as much as we try to deny it, a lot of couples in Hollywood are together because of money, power, and status. So him saying that Beyonce and Jay-Z are in a business marriage didn't really surprise a whole lot of people. But what really caused an uproar on social media was what he had to say next, because this isn't what we expected to hear about Hollywood's favorite couple.
See, hardly nobody knows. But I say, man, yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
When he said you, he was referring to Jay-Z, claiming that Jay-Z is keeping Beyonce on drugs because that makes it easier for him to manipulate her and keep her under his control. Now, as wild as it might sound, it isn't really all that shocking because people have been wondering over the years if Beyonce has been secretly using drugs because she sometimes appeared to be out of it when she's in public with Jay-Z. But just when we were still trying to wrap our heads around these shocking claims, Jaguar Wright came forward to pretty much say the same thing, and trust, Jaguar is never the one to hold things back. Because one thing about Jaguar is that she never hides her mouth when she's spilling the tea, and she called Jay-Z out for being a monster who was obsessed with controlling Beyonce.
He's a monster. And I've known he's a monster for years. I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more drugs he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in a character.
No, girl.
She then exposed how serious the situation is, comparing it to Britney Spears' conservatorship.
I tell you this right now, y'all talking about free Britney. Y'all need to be doing a campaign that say free Beyonce.
Beyonce is free.
She is a prisoner in a gilded cage.
If Beyonce is in prison, she's in one of the most expensive prisons ever.
Yes, she is. And she's watched 24 hours a day. She's not allowed to make a choice for herself, not at all, not in any way. People think she has an amazing life. She is told what to say, she is told what to eat, she is told what to drink, she is told what to wear.
By whom?
She is not her husband's wife, she is his employee. It's a business arrangement. She was a dowry.
If this is true, it's just crazy to get a peek into what goes on behind the scenes in the lives of our favorite celebs. But another thing about Jaguar is that she always goes all the way in and never stops halfway. So she revealed more than Beyonce's situation, and this time she had things to say about B's dad, Matthew Knowles.
It's a business arrangement. She was a dowry. He married her and he got to have control of the Houston rap scene behind the scenes. Matthew Knowles handed it over to him, and then he fucked daddy over, moved him out the way, and took the whole bitch for herself.
So what Jaguar is saying is that Matthew used to be in charge of Beyonce's life until he pretty much handed her over to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z took over from Matthew. Now, if we take a look at things, Beyonce fired Matthew as her manager back in 2010, only 2 years after she got married to Jay-Z. Interesting coincidence, isn't it? Well, according to insiders, Matthew believes that everything Jay-Z has done for Beyonce, he did it all to help her grow and become the mega superstar that she is today. He believes that Jay-Z means well and understands the industry more than most people alive today, so he's been doing everything he could to help Beyonce. It's pretty common for artists to burn out quickly, especially when they're perfectionists like Beyonce, and he credits Jay-Z with helping to keep her on the grind. He believes that it was all worth it since Beyonce is now the record holder for the most Grammys won ever. He gave her a shout out on Twitter saying, "Beyonce, I'm so incredibly proud of you. Ever since you were a young child, you've wanted to make a worldwide impact in music. You had a dream and the work ethic to make it happen, and you did, and you continue to do so. Congratulations on your historic record-breaking night. Love you." Someone commented. She was perfect for him because her dad controlled and trained her, so all Jay had to do was run him off and take his place. She's never not been managed. She'd be lost alone. Another person said, "This makes sense why a lot of older guys wanted to sign a new young girl so they can control her." And this other person commented, "That man had her at a young, naive age and molded her like it's a Stockholm syndrome, except he didn't kidnap her. Her dad sold her off." Shaking my head, I've been screaming free Beyonce, and now that all of these allegations are coming out, I low-key feel like prayers have been answered. So is Beyonce ever going to decide to finally take control of her life, or is she perfectly fine with the way things are? Only time will tell, but in the meantime, y'all have to check out this next video.